Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me today is Ben. How you doing, Ben?
You started so suddenly, it startled me. You dove right in.
Sorry. I mean, look, we're here to do a thing.
Yeah,
We're here to record
Yeah,
a podcast.
we're here to kick ass and record podcasts, and we're all out of ass.
I got plenty of ass. Want some ass?
I'm
Butts
good.
for days.
Butts for days.
So, the way we decided this topic was Ben asked me if there were any movies that I hadn't seen that I wanted to watch. And I told him I'd been meaning to watch Phantom Thread, basically since last year.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that was hanging on that long.
No, I haven't written a best movies of last year thing because I was putting it off till I watched this and just never got around to it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no. Just, one of those things. So, yeah, we watched the Paul Thomas Anderson movie from last year, Phantom Thread. Daniel Day-Lewis's last film role, theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
Said, yeah. He could always change his mind, I guess.
Are we gonna do like the spoiler-free section? Do we want to do that, or don't we care? Maybe do this a very, very brief.
Very brief, because it's really hard to talk about this movie, I think, without getting into
Yeah.
what it is. So I'll say one of the things about this movie is, like, I'd heard it was good. I really didn't know what to think about it going in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll say the first trailers I saw for the movie, I had no interest. It was kind of only after hearing people talk it up that I came around to, I should probably see that.
Okay.
But again, it took me a long time to get to it, so not like that fervent.
Yeah.
Because the dressmaker part of this story is, like, not interesting to me at all.
Meanwhile, I was like, "There's a dressmaker. Sign me the fuck up. I'll do Downton Abbey again. Let's go." I was in. I was 100% in.
That's funny.
The first thing I noticed,
Yeah.
soundtrack was real good. I really enjoyed the music.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who did it?
I looked it up. It's no one notable, I think.
Okay.
Unless it's
You didn't, recognize any of the...
No, there was no orchestral
movies.
swelling to oust John Powell.
Okay, he's done a lot of other Paul Thomas
Things.
Anderson movies.
Okay.
And a bunch of TV.
So it's like one of those people that there's snobs out there who are like, "Oh, you don't know so-and-so? Well, he's one of the greatest composers of our time."
I mean, he did the soundtrack for There Will Be Blood. So that's pretty...
Okay,
It's a pretty
so,
notable
like,
score when you watch that movie. But
if I watch that movie.
see, that's
But it
my
wasn't-
thing with Paul Thomas Anderson. I'll say also my thing with Paul Thomas Anderson. I think he's a really good director, but There Will Be Blood is, like, widely considered his best movie, and it was, like, the number one on people's lists of, like, best movies this century. And I kind of hate that movie, though I think it's very well made.
Okay.
I don't like how that movie ends at all. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
But Inherent Vice, as an example of a Paul Thomas Anderson movie that I just think is fucking incredible, like, really good. He has a bunch of movies that I really like. I really like Punch Drunk Love. It's another one.
Okay. I know like
It's
zero
been a
of these.
fucking Magnolia. I have not watched in fucking forever, but I liked it at the time. In that movie, it rains frogs at one point. That was
Great.
very memorable to me. That's just like,
Yeah.
it starts raining frogs. I'm like, this is the greatest movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, 10 or 11 or something. No, 12 or 13 when I saw that, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think, broadly speaking, of Phantom Thread?
I really enjoyed it. There was a there was a dip, and I wasn't like, not necessarily not in quality or anything, but just like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm like, okay, okay, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm
It was
like,
definitely like you hit a point. And you're like, okay, movie, but where are we going here?
yeah, what's the
And
end
then it
game?
just goes, oh, we're going here. I'm like, oh, okay, all right,
Yeah, I
I'm with you,
was.
movie.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I was
that's
like, I was happy
uh-huh.
that we got a resolution that I wasn't necessarily expecting.
Yeah,
But
no
I
stuff. There's a
yeah,
thing. The movie,
I
there's
really I
stuff.
really enjoyed it. I think
Yeah,
like I can easily envision some people watching it, like people I know watching it and going like, yeah, but nothing happens though. Like, it's
yeah,
fucking boring. And I'm here like, this is great. Like this is all I want. Like, I would watch a film like this again.
yeah. I will say, I've noticed a trend in myself with movies, vaguely like moody movies, that it's a lot about atmosphere kind of thing. That aren't horror movies. I've been becoming more impatient with them, and they really hinge for me on their endings and like
Okay.
what was the point of this. But if you deliver on that, I'm totally in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I was with this. Like there was a movie last year called Florida Project that I thought was incredibly well made and the performances were great, but its ending was fucking trite bullshit. Like, so I kind of was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. 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 It's like a long heroes game. It's all about that ending. That makes the whole game really good or really bad. Yeah, so would you recommend it? Like in general?
Yes, I would. I would.
Okay.
Again, you have to be into
Yep.
kind of moody character piece stuff,
Yeah. Liking
and
liking
and
dresses
being
helps.
okay watching a movie with people who kind of suck.
Yeah.
Because
We can
there is a different thing to me about spending 2 hours with characters you just like and characters who are just kind of shitty people but are interesting in some way. And I'm
yes.
way more inclined to spend a movie want to spend a movie with 2 hours with people characters I like. I will
Sure.
also say. So when you have characters you don't like, the movie kind of has to justify. It's like, why are these people interesting?
Yeah.
You have to do a little more work
Yep.
to pull that off. I'd say.
Yep. No, 100%.
Which I think this movie does. Which I think this movie
I
totally
mean, maybe
does.
maybe
Yes.
spoilers are happening now.
Spoilers, I think, are next on the docket.
Yeah,
Yes.
so, maybe stop now, watch the film. It's
Watch the
like
film.
rentable on Amazon, then
Yeah.
or free on certain websites. Or whatever. And then come back.
Purchasable on Blu-ray and DVD, probably.
Yeah.
I assume.
If one would think. Maybe VHS
Presumably.
depends on how deep they're going. Laserdisc, possibly.
Probably not.
Maybe. You
I
don't
mean,
know.
someone might have put it on a laser disc.
Maybe the director.
It's just loves.
It's
Yeah,
the
you know how
it's
much directors love.
it's the true
Laserdisc.
format. It's the true format to view for the viewer's experience.
I mean, it's better than DVD in one way. It has analog tracking. If you like fast forward it, it doesn't do the skip thing that DVD does. It's smooth like a VHS tape.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Interesting,
Yeah.
but not as
Fun
interesting
fact.
as that.
The
film.
bigger problem is then you can only fit like a quarter or something of a movie on a side of a laserdisc.
Yeah,
So, or maybe less than that. That's the bigger issue.
nah. It has the word laser in it though. It has to be cool.
There are laserdisc games, so that's the best thing.
Oh boy.
Basically. I mean, that's why Netflix is bringing it back with bringing Telltale games to their platform. It's a throwback.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about like the
No,
Minecraft Telltale game is coming to Netflix?
like the game,
Yeah.
is it playable?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're just
You just click
it,
on stuff?
yeah. You click a button. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
Laserdisc games, basically.
Yeah,
VHS tape
okay.
games or whatever.
Yeah.
Bringing it back,
I
baby.
mean,
The optimal
some
format for playing video games,
yeah.
visual
Yeah.
novels.
Yeah, like a very specific type of video game.
Narrative focused,
Yeah.
minimal action, but choices. The power's in your hands, Ben. Power is in
I
your hands.
the first choice I make is to click the X button out of my browser.
Wow. Wow.
Mash that
There's some-
cancel button on Netflix.
There are some good Telltale games. I don't know that Minecraft one is one of them, though.
I just don't care enough about Minecraft.
You care more about Minecraft than I do.
Minecraft is probably my go-to game for you have one game left to play for all of eternity and you're on a desert island alone. There's no
You would
servers.
pick Minecraft over
There's
Terraria?
no- I think yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean, we're talking like Terraria is good. It's like, probably 1,000 hours good, maybe more. There are people who have, shitloads of time. But we're talking eternity good. And I don't know that Terraria is eternity good. I think Minecraft allows for, I mean, it's Legos. It's a more grandeur scale.
Yeah. I was just curious.
Yeah. But for a lifetime, I think Terraria is the better game.
I played that first season of that Game of Thrones Telltale game.
Isn't it garbage?
It is not good.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing a video game adaptation of the movie adaptation of the book, so or the filmed adaptation.
Yeah, or the TV show.
People know what I meant.
That one had the problem of like a thing that they don't do in The Walking Dead. Well, they did a little bit, but like just constantly here's character from the TV show showing up for this one scene.
Great. Yeah, that's about
isn't
right.
that great?
Look at it, it's your favorite person alive again.
I mean, honestly, it was okay. It just had no resolutions at all in the first season. It was all cliffhangers. It's like, fuck you. Just fuck you.
Do you know what did have a resolution?
The Borderlands one, though. Borderlands Telltale game
I need to
is
do it.
really good.
I need to still do it.
That one's really good.
I'm gonna do
That
it.
is the best one they've made. The Wolf Among Us is pretty good.
Do
Also,
you remember that time in Phantom Thread when
yes.
he ate the mushrooms willingly?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah. That like would flip the entire fucking film on its head for me. Like,
Oh, it was so good.
so I was looking at two paths. And I was blindsided by these two options. I'm like, he's gonna find out and he's gonna kick her out on her ass. And like that's just gonna be a thing that happens. Like he's not gonna be thrilled. Or she's she's not gonna get caught and like he's either gonna die or he's gonna, and this like was more of a thing after the first time. Like, okay, they're gonna fall in love and it's gonna be kind of a happily ever after thing, but there was too much film left. So I'm like, maybe they live happily for a while and then he finds out way later. Something like some sort of subplot with that. I was not expecting him to be like, kiss me before I retch. And then they go into that. I'm like, okay, we need to totally reevaluate this film right now.
Yeah, he's super into being poisoned.
I think it's
Super
just-
into it.
I think it's just the care, right? Like he likes the TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he probably also likes the
The idea of,
hallucinations.
or the idea of purging. Maybe all
Yeah.
three. Like, just wrapped up.
Like, he just likes it all around. He's just, look,
Yeah.
he didn't say he loved her until she poisoned him. Okay?
But did he know?
He didn't
Now
say he loved
I wanna-
anyone until she poisoned him.
He didn't know, right? Like, there's no subtle indication that, like, he figured it out. Is there?
No. I don't know.
Okay.
That's probably up to interpretation, I'd say, the first time. He
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
knows the second time, though.
Oh, he fucking... That's what I was gonna say. Like, he was looking at the... Like, her cooking the shit, and I'm like... Is he gonna, like, realize? Like, is he gonna do some shit here? Like, is he just gonna, like, beat her? I don't know. And then he puts it in his mouth. I'm like, did he take, like, an antidote beforehand? Is there, like, spite?
He's, like, staring at her.
And then, boom! I'm like, okay.
This took a turn.
Also, I loved, like, I think it was the very first... Well, the first scene was, like, of the entire film was, like, him getting ready, right? Like, he's shaving and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Might, dare I say, kind of ASMR. Just throwing it out there. Did you hate that part of the film?
No,
Was it
'cause
making
was
you
just a part of a
enraged?
movie.
Okay. Just curious. But that first
It
scene...
wasn't like I wasn't wearing headphones and it
Okay.
wasn't directly pouring into
Okay.
my ear. Also.
Fair enough. That first breakfast scene where he's like, I don't have time for confrontations. Like, I was sold 100%. I'm like, I'm into this. I'm so happy right now. I want to be that guy. I want to tell someone that they're causing a confrontation. I don't have time for confrontations.
Just get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah, and then he's like, she's not working out.
Oh man. Dude does not appreciate loud
No.
toast buttering.
I mean, okay. She was being pretty fucking loud. I probably would have said something. Scrape a little quieter.
I love how after they get married and they're like on their vacation
On that
trip
balcony. And it's
yeah,
like,
and she's just like eating. She's just preparing her food super loudly. It's like, we're married now, bitch.
yeah.
Loud breakfast is open for business.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, wow, she just fucking turned off the date charm. Holy shit.
Yeah, man, it all comes out. Let it sag.
Oh my god. I would have had to say something. It was annoying me. Like, that's like, I was feeling his pain. It was terrible. Who the fuck crunches that loud on toast? Like, it's unreal.
When she serves him the poison mushrooms for the second time,
And
she
pours the water? Yeah.
and she pours it super high.
From
It's
like
so
4
good.
feet. Yeah, it's great.
Fucking passive aggressive. So much passive aggressive energy.
Yep.
Fucking beautiful.
So, one of the first, like, comparisons, because at first I wasn't sure, like, how to view this film in terms of like the romantic plot, because
Yeah.
you know, like, am I taking it from like a drama? Am I taking it from like almost a chick flick sort of thing, like where there's going to be a happy resolution? And one of the first films that came to mind as far as that relationship goes was 500 Days of Summer. Like, this guy clearly had expectations, and I don't think he told her any of them. And everyone's like, I saw some, because I was looking for reviews, and like, I don't care about the 5-star ones. All the 5-star ones are like, this film is fantastic and it's so good and everyone needs to watch it. I care about like the 3-star reviews and the 2-star reviews. And
I kind of hate that movie.
and some people was like, 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what's his name is a little bitch about the whole thing.
Yes, totally.
Like, I think that's the point though. Like, he's just in the wrong. And the second
Yeah.
time round, you just are like, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh yeah. So one of the reviews was like, I was so looking forward to this movie and I was pretty excited, and then it turned out to be a relationship built on mutual abuse, and I'm like, like,
No.
she knew what she was like. okay, she stayed with him. Like, she knows what he's like. It's not like he's abusing her. He's just sticking rigidly to his habits of how many years.
Two people who dated for a while and weren't really in love.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. They needed to add that little kink element. Really bring it home.
Exactly.
So I think I almost more like you kind of like you dislike kind of both of them, but I think she's worse just because he's doing his thing and she should realize that. And I think she does and decides to fix it. I'll bet if I can make him throw up, this will go in my favor. And it does. So, like,
It's true. Yeah. No. I don't know. I have a much harder time, like, evaluating her. He's just such a garbage person. I don't like him at all. So,
okay, fair enough.
yeah. Yeah, she's not a great person either, but it's just like
No.
I have more of a handle on the things I don't like about him. She's just much weirder. So it's also more compelling to me is watching this character, I think. She's more like a real person, but also
Fucking insane.
fucking insane.
Yeah. I think the most confusing bit of the movie was when she goes out dancing for New Year's and he follows her and she's like already sad, leaning up against the wall, and he like pulls her away and she continues. I didn't understand that interaction.
Yeah, I didn't get that scene. Like, there's that guy in the dog costume who fell down.
Yeah, like knocks her a little bit or something by accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, everything up until that point, I understood. And then that interaction, I just didn't follow.
Yeah, I kind of don't get it either. I think it's partially to get that, like, maybe she doesn't belong in normal society either.
Yeah. Or maybe that, like, she didn't really want... She wanted to be there because she felt like she should want to be there, maybe?
Or even just that, like...
She was only there for spite.
To do something she wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She could have...
I mean, there's a lot going on. It's just... that
yeah.
scene reads weird. I will agree.
Also, I don't know how accurate that would have been to a New Year's party of that era, but that's fucking nightmare fuel. Did you see all the people at that party? Did you see the shit that was going on at that party? Holy fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable there. So
No.
In that moment, I related to him a little bit because I'm like, I don't want to be at this fucking party.
It looked terrible. Like, New Year's parties these days are bad enough. Like, without having people dressed as like box dogs or having a gorilla mask on for no reason. Like, there was a fucking elephant walking around. That can't possibly be safe. In that enclosed space, I don't think so. How many people do you think died? 10, 12, 50?
12.
There had to be 12 at least. Party that size,
12.
elephants stomping around.
People high as balls.
Oh, easily, yeah. I assume what actual do you know, like, the year-ish that this is set in? Like the general
The 50s.
50s? Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, at least LSD wasn't really around yet. That would have been a terrible trip. People would have died. Way more people would have died.
More people would have died. Man. It's just so good.
Yep.
The fucking twist of like, oh no,
Yeah.
he's super into being poisoned.
Yeah, no, that, like... It really
It's
did...
like this is his BDSM kink.
Yeah, no, it like flipped it. It flipped the movie on its head, and I think I forget which. It was from like actual critic website. They were talking about just in general. They didn't mention that specifically, but just like the artistic side of things. Not even with the film, but like how an artist works. And I kind of see that. Like I definitely can get behind that spin of it. Like that sort of mindset of, artists are fucking insane sometimes. And obviously it's not like Edgar Allan Poe levels or whatever, but like it doesn't surprise me that he's a brilliant dressmaker and then like likes to be poisoned a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that fits.
He's like rich enough that all his fucking little quirks and likes and dislikes are like hardened into fucking steel of like what he wants and will not tolerate.
Yeah, yeah.
So he needs to be, he needs to be softened up. He needs to be tenderized.
Oh my god, yeah. I love his
just a little poison. It's just a little poison. She read the book. She made sure he wouldn't kill him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, at first I'm like, holy shit, is she actually gonna fucking kill him? Like, I wasn't sure what the ratio was for that. It was small, obviously, but I don't fucking know how poisonous those mushrooms are. That's not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I love his rant about the word chic. It was great.
Strung up and hung.
Yeah.
He was
not real upset about chic, which is understandable. What a trash concept.
I don't even know what it means.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she's like right behind him when he's shit talking her, and he doesn't even care.
Oh man,
I was so. I didn't even know what to think in the moment. In the heat of the moment, he's just like, no one gives a tinker's fuck about so and so's happiness, and he doesn't even respond to her being in the room for hearing all of it. Like it was
he doesn't compromise.
no
Marriage is about compromising.
He does none of that.
Marriage is about compromising.
Though to be fair, the bitch was eating her toast real loud, so goes both ways.
Throws off his whole day.
Yeah, no, like that first time when she's eating breakfast super loudly, and he's like, "The day is ruined." Like,
and that's like after the first time they've had sex. Like they were just boning the night before.
Yeah,
the first time, and then she's eating this toast loud, and he's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, he just like gets up and leaves, and his sister is all, if breakfast doesn't go well, he has a hard time recovering the day. And I'm like, all right, fuck. No pressure.
I don't think that's his sister. I think that's just like...
I think it's his sister, dude.
Is it?
They say it's his sister. Right? Yeah, no, it's his sister. It's like both. Like, she's his sister, but she's also like...
She's his so-and-so. That's what he always says.
That's what he always calls her, but she's his sister. I hope she... You know what? We're gonna... Thanks for making me question a major point of the film. Yeah. Cyril Woodcock.
Okay.
Fucking guy up in here making me question.
I really wasn't sure. It's like, is that his sister?
What a guy.
It's just like his business life partner. Non-sexual life partner.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure either for the first bit there.
His fucking girlfriend clears out the house and is like, "Yo, you want to have dinner?" And he's like, "Yeah, but where's Cyril?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dude, man, what a... I'm just gonna have a bath.
Yep. See, That actually, I kind of liked how he handled it, because he didn't want to, and he, like, I don't know, he was obvious about, like, it's not really what he wanted, but he says that it's nice. And I don't know, I took that as being, like, sincere. Like, he recognized that it was a nice gesture.
Yeah.
And,
No,
but then
he's
like,
inherently a dick. So even when that's like him trying his best. That's as far as he can go.
Yeah.
But that's just who he is.
dude, he was eating the buttered asparagus. Like, he gave it his all.
He did.
God. The fucking salt. I thought he was just being an ass, too, with the with the salt. He shook it.
The salt was fucking hilarious. It's just like
2 minutes of salt
yep,
shaking.
He definitely doesn't like that.
I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, you know that I prefer them with salt and oil. This is not oil. You know how I feel about butter.
He doesn't like
Where is this coming from?
Who are you?
Are you here to kill me? Are you a spy? Are you going to pull out a
Where's
gun?
your gun?
Where's your gun? Where's
When he
your
started
gun?
like yelling at her, where's your gun? It's like
Yeah. He
you're-
broke, dude. He broke for a little bit there.
yeah. It's like, yeah, this guy's a dick. Like, but also like, he was just so obviously this kind of a dick, like from jump.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Also, when Cyril showed up, and they're like, when their date has turned into him dress fitting her, and then Cyril just shows up and is like writing down numbers.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
all the romance left the room.
I mean, she should have known something was up. Like, when a guy's first go-to move on a first date is, what does your mom look like? You got a picture? You got a photo of your mom? Show me. You got a picture?
so
I want to see it
creepy.
right now.
Also, don't just hit on your waitress. Like, come on.
There was an instant connection, dude.
Yeah. He ordered a lot of food.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was a hungry boy. A hungry boy.
Hungry. Yeah. I'm getting hungry.
He like orders all his food and his drinks, and then it's like, and some sausages.
And some sausages, yeah. And then takes the thing, like, you gonna remember it? Takes her
That was
notepad.
also super creepy. You're like, yeah, I'm taking this from you.
That is 100% a, like, if you're charismatic and good looking, you are going to get away with that, and it's going to be endearing. And if you're not, you're fucked. Like, you're an asshole
You're
creep.
thrown out.
Yeah, who just took the waitress's fucking pad.
Well, he tore off I think he just tore off that piece of paper. There's a tearing noise, but you don't. See
Yeah. I mean, you
Below the
know,
camera.
either way. Either way. Step one, don't be not good looking.
Yes. You have to be able to read the room.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Also, it's key to like be rich. That's
It
also-
helps. It helps. He
that's-
could have,
that's
if it went
helpful.
sour, he could have made that go away real fast.
Be rich and well dressed.
Yeah.
Man.
Also, that early, like, I think it's like the only outright catty thing that Cyril does, like on that first date, is like, you're perfect dimensions for him. He likes a bit of belly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, holy shit.
You're perfect. And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah, he likes a bit of belly. It's like, you're imperfect in just the right way. He's into it.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I still like the soundtrack, I think was like really, really good. Like, I'm still focused on, it was very it was very present, but it wasn't overwhelming. Like there was,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of music. Like there was not a whole lot of silent parts, but the music was never stupid.
Yeah.
I guess is the best
Because
description.
it has to fill a lot of space. Because this
Yes.
is not a fast. Even when people are talking, the dialogue is pretty slow, slowly paced out.
And there was. Oh, I'm trying to think of what the moments were. It was probably something around like the poisonings or something along those lines, where it wasn't even like music; it was just really bassy tones. And I don't know, it was cool. It did its job very well.
Yeah, I have trouble remembering that kind of thing after the fact, but in the moment,
That's why I'm here.
fair enough. That is
So
the one.
makes-
That's the one reason.
Bringing that audio mix perspective.
Fucking
Yeah, like a
Fire truck?
high speed chase going down in the background.
oh,
my-
there's a
Well, in my
firehouse on my street, so that's probably.
I mean,
what
in
it
my
is.
head, somebody stole the fire truck, and then the other siren is the cop car chasing the stolen fire truck. So people can read that situation how they will.
Someone was poisoned. A little too much. A little too much poison.
It's not gonna matter though. The doctor's gonna get there, and the person's gonna be like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, and she's just like taking over. I think he said to fuck off. And then the line at the party when he's like, "I believe I told you to fuck off," and then they just stop talking as they get interrupted,
Yeah.
doubling
It-
down.
Like, yeah, I think I was rude to you. It's like, nah, I've heard worse. And he's like, yeah, I think I told you to fuck off.
And they're like, "Oh, hey, we're doing this other thing." And they
You
just
made
leave.
it awkward, dude.
Oh, he knows what he did. There's no way he
knows.
doesn't though.
Look, he's a little jealous of him. Because the dude was just younger.
Probably not as rich.
His wife talked to him. Probably not as rich.
I was wondering if there was
Dude, when
going
they
to be
take
some,
the
like-
when they go take the dress back from the
Yeah.
woman at her wedding, that was when
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, these two deserve each other.
Yeah. I kind of like I enjoyed that moment. Like
It's
Also-
a bonding experience.
I really enjoy how she just like passes the fuck out and literally nobody bats an eye. They just carry her off and I'm waiting for people in the background to like look and they just don't.
No, she's just a mess, and she's rich enough that people are like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. I suppose that's like
Like, no one really even bats too much of an eye at them taking the dress back.
yeah.
Like, that woman's a little incredulous about it, but
You know, I feel like, yeah, once you get to like a high enough social status, something like that, like you just know that
Yeah.
protocol is you don't fucking look and you don't say a word. You talk
Very
about it
British.
discreetly behind her back over tea with
Exactly.
your friends.
uh-huh. Yeah. I feel like they didn't also make clear, like, how important and patron she was of his.
Yeah, there was just
Like-
that one line like she pays for this house.
Yeah. Which made it seem like, oh, is this going to be a thing of, like, fucking up his business or something?
Yeah, that's what I was
But
thinking.
no, that's not a thing. Like, what they do makes more sense when there's, like, no fallout from that. Because it's like, he has a reputation to uphold, so there's no... It's probably worse for his brand
Yeah.
to be
I-
associated with this woman who's passing out all the time or whatever.
Yeah, they kind of like flipped it. Yeah. Like even if he was losing a shitload of cash, like he cared more about his appearance.
Reputation.
Yeah.
Whatever. But even that, like, barely matters in the movie. It's kind of weird. It's more about them bonding, and then that's the first time she says she loves him.
Yeah. And he
And
just
he
kind of looks at her.
stone
and-
colds.
Yeah.
I was like, I was ready for the I know.
yeah, something. But nope. Just cold shoulder it, walk out.
Uh huh. That's like, yeah, that's what you do. Someone tells you love them, you just stare them down until they get the idea, and then you walk away.
That French girl?
Yeah.
I mean, bonjour. Like, she was pretty. She was pretty. The tag in her wedding dress, it said cursed never, right?
I couldn't.
I'm pretty sure it said cursed never.
Okay.
Like, you know, like,
I thought it said something different, and I can't even remember what I thought it said in the moment now.
like cured poultry. I don't know. Because I just remember, like, I thought she was gonna ruin the dress intentionally instead of just taking out the little thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because that line about him sewing secret messages into dress is in the trailer, and so there's a part of me I thought that was going to be a bigger part of the movie, but it's really just not. Okay,
I mean,
it is never cursed is what it says.
Okay.
Correct.
Ha. Ha ha.
And she takes it out. It's like,
Yep.
fuck you, French lady.
You're gonna
now
get
you're cursed.
Cursed. Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
I mean, yeah. He keeps his mom's hair in his suit, though.
That was also first date. That is a creepy.
First
Man.
date material.
It's your first date flirting material.
I was curious that whole time if he was just fucking winging it or if he had a system. Like, I couldn't tell. I feel like he has a system.
I feel like he has a system. Everything
But-
in his life is so fucking like about rotely doing the same thing over again.
Yeah. Well,
He's
I
a control
dropped
freak.
I dropped a biddy. Time to bust out the first date suit with mom's hair in it.
Yeah.
Cause I don't fucking
Oh,
doubt
I
it.
just broke up with my girlfriend. Time to go to a diner. Hit on the first waitress I
Yeah.
see that is the right measurements.
Well, you know what? Maybe she shouldn't have fucking offered him pastry. How dare she? He told her. And even if he didn't, she should have read the room.
What was it? He didn't want
I told you, nothing's stodgy.
nothing stodgy. I didn't like. I was like, you mean this whole fucking breakfast scene? I don't. This whole place reeks of stodginess. I don't understand. I don't understand
mean-
why the stodgy thing are the fucking.
I mean, here
pastries.
you go. Here you go. I got you.
All right.
Just to double check. All right. Adjective. Definition 1, heavy, dull, or uninteresting. Definition 2, thick, semi-solid consistency, heavy as food. There you go.
Oh. It's too heavy.
Definition 3, stocky, thick set. So you
Yeah, it's 'cause
know.
she was getting. Oh, it's because she was getting fat too.
I mean, probably. You know, next time you're trying to make some
She's like
moves on.
a 35 now. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
I told you nothing stodgy, but these are just like some light biscuits. I wasn't referring to the food. Also,
Get that badonka donk out of here.
take your junk in your trunk and leave my establishment.
Also, oh man, that first scene where he's like measuring Alma,
Yeah.
and he's like, I forget if it's him or if it's Cyril. It's like, you have no breasts, and it's like, dude, her breasts they're small, but they're right there. They're poking out.
He says it, yeah.
Okay,
Because she's like, I know, and whatever, and he's like, yep, Just none. It's great. And then he's like, it will be my job to give them to you. Or not, as I see fit.
Yeah.
Like...
yeah, I love
with the with that scene where he's like talking to Serial and he's like for his first girlfriend or whatever that we see, and he's like, you need to tell her to leave. She says that she's going to give her the October dress.
Yeah.
Is that like her consolation prize or something? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she could probably sell that for a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess. Or
like
like
her,
wear it, hopefully.
It's her last week's severance, you know.
I mean, the romantic in me likes to think of it more as a memory. And like she was the inspiration, presumably, for these dresses.
The dress? Yeah, that could be too. You know. I don't know what her financial situation is.
I mean, she was a fucking waitress in a diner, so probably not good.
Well, I don't know how that relationship started.
Definitely waitress in a diner. Probably the same exact order, maybe the same establishment.
Same exact diner, yeah. He just always goes there when he's looking for a new...
Yeah. He has to string him along long enough so that, like, you know, the staff can switch out.
Oh, maybe Alma knew. Maybe Alma was like, that's why it was so easy for him, because she was aware of his... Yeah, there's this rich guy that comes in and will hit on a waitress and start dating them, having them live with him. So,
I mean,
if you want to get in on that rich dressmaker life,
you know, I'm betting the will
life.
You remember thing, that's probably a test. I'll bet he has something set up. Like, the cook probably knows. Someone comes in and they're like, there was like...
he orders that all the time.
A weird sauce and there were some sausages. It was one person ordering for like 4. And the cook is like, oh, fucking woodcock. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I mean, he probably does hit on waitresses because he needs someone who can stand for a long period of time.
That's true.
Someone who is good at working on their feet.
Yeah. Handling dishes delicately.
Training. Stand for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, she did say no one can stand as long as I can. So
that's true.
Quite the talented gal.
She's got stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, when you're having sex once a year, gotta be ready to go.
Eventually, yeah.
Do you think...
I mean, there really should seem more about cuddling. Like, sex happened, but the real important stuff was him puking, and then...
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%. Like...
Heavy petting.
Do you think they ever got to a point where he didn't ask her to leave right before he got sick? Like, no, I want you to stay. Oh my God. Watch what you've done.
Just vomits directly into her mouth.
Oh. Oh. God.
Too far? That's too far.
2 Brits, 1 dress. She's not British, though. She's from some other country.
Yeah, there's that racism question.
I couldn't figure out what
not to be
country
racist, but I'm going to be racist here for a minute. It's fucking... Man, he's a savage backgammon player, though. No.
Yeah.
It's like, I will have more fun playing someone else. Because you're so fucking terrible at backgammon.
That was a pretty savage scene. I'll probably have a much more enjoyable time than I did with you.
Yeah. His friend is like, yo, is she going to go steal something? Is that what she's up to?
Yeah. That's
These foreign women. Ugh.
Yeah, foreign women, right? It's always something. That scene was like the latest in a series of events that have made me want to learn backgammon.
Backgammon is a great game. like
I've
backgammon.
never known anything about it except
Oh, as a
for,
kid, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to play this. This
I
is
just know
stupid.
that
Why
it-
are all my chess sets come with
Yeah,
backgammon?
dude,
And then I
every
realized
single
backgammon is a way better
fucking-
game than chess.
every
it's
single-
just actually better.
chessboard, some checkerboard, it's always there.
Yeah,
But yeah, I wanted to learn how to play it.
it's a better game than chess, I would say.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It's not hard to be better than chess.
I mean, yeah,
Though,
chess is just too much about rote memorization of specific moves for me.
as a fun aside, there is a kid who works with me at the factory, just summer help, and I know him because he's a kid from my brother's grade who my brother was friends with, and he's like taken to just playing like chess online on his phone, like over break, and you would think that in the chess world, like the usernames are going to be a lot more like, I don't know,
No.
like B Johnson, like 92, or like stuff like that. No, he was head to head with big beefy lips. I'm just like,
See,
why?
you can always expect the usernames to be worse with smaller games because they don't have the the money
filters,
for the
yeah.
moderation.
But like, just the like chess,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no.
I
Look,
guess
the
there's
internet
enough-
is a
Yeah.
hive of scum and villainy.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, backgammon.
chess players are shit talkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into. I was like, I'm gonna learn backgammon after I was reading Hume, and Hume
Okay.
was like, "Yo, backgammon is dope."
Yep. I've I've been reading. I mean, there was a couple different things. One was My Name is Aram, and the other one is Rise the Euphrates. Like, been doing some American Armenian literature, and just talking about like, oh, this game, but they call it backgammon here. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, it's a thing that was based in, you look a little tiny bit into it, and it's like, oh, okay, so backgammon is like 2,000 years old or whatever. Nice. And I'm like, that makes me absurdly interested in it.
The reason backgammon's a good game is because there's a lot of it that's just about fucking with your opponent, which is always makes for a good game. Bad games don't have the ability to interact
Yet
with
you
your opponent in
won't
moving
let
ways.
me play a deck with Armageddon in it. Come on. Come on.
Against new players.
You had all those clone effects. Don't start with new players.
Look, it's
Mr.
about-
Unblockable 10 power frog fucker. This guy right here has the audacity. And there would have been more of them too.
You're yelling at me because I used Yargle? That wasn't even in my deck? Is that what you're
Yeah.
yelling at me at?
But you stole
How
him.
dare you use
You
Yargle? That card is
stole
too
him.
good. That card is too good. You're right. Yargle is too powerful. Yargle's too
Fucking
strong.
stole him. It's true.
Look, my
It's
principles were don't
Come on.
do stuff that prevents people from playing the game.
I'm a man
or
of
stuff.
taste. You know that I'm not gonna. I'm
Look,
not gonna do it just to prolong
Honestly,
the game.
it was the Hikori more than it was the Armageddon.
You know that I can. Like, come on.
The
Come on.
creature that prevents lands from untapping was the bigger thing.
You.
But I mean,
Come
you
on.
could have edited it. You didn't respond. You just asked me a straight up question, and I was like, "No, these cards.
I
These
mean,
cards don't flag." If you had a tutor in there, I also would have said no. Just the way those decks were balanced, they were balanced without
Yeah.
tutors, and heavy counter spells, no. And
I mean, counter spells. Yeah. That's kind of. I don't put a lot of those in anyway. That's not like just because that's kind of not our
Yeah.
meta. Like, we enjoyed playing without a ton of them.
because we had
tutors,
that
I've-
game
I've
where
gotten.
we were locked in the perpetual
Yeah.
counter war.
And tutors, I've sort of gotten on board. I like some of the softer tutors that they printed, like Commune with the Gods and that sort of thing. Hard tutors are annoying because I like playing cards instead of searching for cards.
Well, they
But-
make your deck more consistent, which
Yeah,
makes it
but
better,
I like
but
having
also
fun.
less interesting.
I like having fun. I don't like.
I can't. I
like
can't help
working
myself
with
that with tutors sometimes. So
I like working with what I get, but
When you're
What's
building
gonna-
combo decks, you kind of
Oh, no,
are more
100%
inclined
with
to
combo.
need them. Yeah.
But what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you I edited the deck, and I'm just going to play with it, and if I get either of those cards, I'm just going to hold them.
See,
I don't care.
That's what I don't get. Why don't you just make a version that doesn't have those 2 cards? Or whatever.
Because I don't trust myself to not fuck that up somehow. And then also remember that I removed those 2 cards. I'm an unorganized piece of shit.
Okay.
And also then if I play like
Look,
with
I don't
other
understand the
people-
logic of you saying, "Oh, I won't even play Armageddon." So why is it in your deck? It's only in there to be played.
Because it was made pre new group. Pre Dolphy Boys.
Dolphy boys.
I have no way to circle back to this, so
Yeah. I don't know. I
throwing
feel like
up
I've
is
said-
cool.
Look, this
Hot
is finally
tip.
a movie about a woman who changed her man.
Yeah, she
Got him under control.
and she it's not
Fixed
even
him.
it's not even that like she subtly like she was very fucking obvious about it and he responded very well.
Yeah. He's into it. He was into it. That's the important thing. It was 2
Yeah.
consenting adults.
Yeah.
No kink
He
shaming.
looked her in the fucking eye and swallowed his mushrooms.
And
The
it's like, you're
second time.
right. I do need to be cowed and made sick. It's the only way I can be a manageable human being who's capable of love.
Yeah.
It's the only way. He's like a unripe fruit and he just needs to sit next to rotten fruit and then it'll become ripe. That's the thing.
Ugh. Disgusting.
That's an actual phenomenon. But I think that's a podcast.
That's a podcast. Phantom Thread. Good film. Like,
Yeah.
jokes about throwing up aside, like, I really enjoyed the whole journey. It was a quiet film, actually. That's kind of what I liked about it. It was nice. It was quiet.
Yeah, it was going somewhere and it got there. That was
Yep.
that was the important thing for me. It was worth getting there. You can email us, saltcirclepodcast@gmail.com. Find us on soundcloud.com/saltcircle, on Twitter @saltcirclepod, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, we're Salt Circle Podcast. And you can find me on Twitter @comicpanels.
And I'm on Twitter @bean_LP. You can miss us with that hate mail, though. We don't have time for confrontations.
There's just no time.
There's simply
I'd
no
be
time.
willing, but there's no time.
Absolutely none.